Pro Football player Travis Kelce is pressed for time during the football season. So he does two things at once. Whether it's grilling while mowing.
Two things at once!
Or getting this season's updated COVID-19 shot at the same visit as his flu shot.
Two things at once.
You can be like Travis and ask your pharmacist about getting this season's COVID-19 shot at the same visit as your flu shot, if you're due for both, as recommended by the CDC. Learn more and schedule at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
My brother-in-law died suddenly, and now my sister and her kids have to sell their home. That's why I told my husband we could not put off getting life insurance any longer. An agent offered us a 10-year, $500,000 policy for nearly $50 a month. Then we called SelectQuote. SelectQuote found us identical coverage for only $19 a month, a savings of $369 a year.
Whether you need a $500,000 policy or a $5 million policy, SelectQuote could save you more than 50% on term life insurance.
For your free quote, go to SelectQuote.com. SelectQuote.com. That's SelectQuote.com.
SelectQuote. We shop. You save. Full details on example policies at SelectQuote.com/commercials.
Thanks for tuning into our podcast. We love having you here, and it's our mission to bring you all the latest and greatest tips, skills, and know-how to make you the best that you can be. We know that you have it in you, and we're going to show you how. Now, let's get started.
This episode is powered by Poddex.
Thank you for tuning in today. You are now listening to That Will Never Work podcast with your host, Maurice Chisholm. Hello, everyone. Thank you very much for tuning in today. Listen, we have been on vacation, and we really needed that. We needed a break, if you will. Sometimes you need to regroup, and sometimes you need to reevaluate where you are and where you're going, and assess what is important to you as you continue on your journey. So one of the things that I had taken the time out to do was spend a little time with family. We had a few moments this summer. Some of you know that prior to the summer, we had some family challenges with family deaths, and those deaths had changed the scope and the mindset or the trajectory that we were going on. So when the summer began, we were changing gears. I believe in our last episode, where I was talking about my boat, time to rock out. Those other episodes, when you listen to those, go back. Talking about the hot dog stand back in mid-July, early to mid-July. We were talking about just how to continue on with your journey, no matter what the situations are, no matter what is coming up, what challenges that you come across. How do you continue to get over that hump, right? And at that time, mid-July, we were transitioning because we had to take a look at our kids going to school and getting them ready and prepared and trying to do last-minute family trips and shopping and this, that, and the other. And you realize that you really need to sit down and take a break, because just because you're in motion does not always mean you're going somewhere. I'm going to repeat that. Just because you're in motion does not always mean you're going somewhere. So sometimes you need to sit down for a second and understand whether you're, what you are doing, is it really leading you towards what your final goal is? And I will say this, I had spoken to a really good friend, and she just resigned from her job. She thought that it was going to be a place where she's going to retire from. She thought it was going to be a place where it was going to fulfill her life. Again, it's that motion. I'm doing something that I kind of like to do, but it's not really fulfilling. But it wasn't until she started talking to individuals like myself and then other individuals that were entrepreneurs and saying, hey, you know what? If you invested in yourself, you can create a life that you really like. It doesn't always mean that's going to make you rich, but do you feel as though you're making an impact on where you are and where you're going and the lives that are around you? So what happened is she resigned from her job. She has been able to take multiple trips. She was blessed, right? She was able to take multiple trips in and out of the country in a good 2 or 3 week span. And when you speak to her now that she's back, it's September. She's like, Maurice, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to get this thing moving. I'm getting ready to write my book. I'm about to jump on my coaching track. Whatever it is, she feels great about the direction that she's going in. And sometimes she needed that when, as I said, sometimes you need that break. Well, she needed that break to get away from the hustle and bustle. Now she's able to wake up in the morning and not have to worry about the city traffic, worry about where to park, whether or not my supervisor is going to yell at me today, not having to worry about all these other stressors that come about working a 9 to 5. Now, again, that's not for everyone, right? And you have to do what you need to do for yourself and make you happy. If you really like your job and you're making a mark where you are, and that company makes a mark in a community, or whatever it is that motivates you, I would encourage you to continue to do it. But for this individual, what inspired her was someone mentioned to her, as long as you are working for someone else, you cannot take off and do something that you want to do. And you can't do it as frequently as you want. When she was able to resign from her job and take those trips, and some of them were not even planned, she said, Maurice, that was the greatest experience I've ever had in my life. That was the most freeing experience that I've had in my life. Sometimes you have to take a break for yourself. She did have some other concerns dealing with her children. One of them had relocated to another state, so she was taking care of them in school, whatever the situation was. But she was able to do those without the challenge of having someone over her head. So sometimes you need that break from the day to day. Sometimes you need the break from the hour to hour. Sometimes you just need a break, period. Are you taking a break today from your job? Are you ready to resign? Are you taking a break from the kids, your spouse, your boyfriend or girlfriend? Are you taking a break for yourself to understand where you are and what it's going to be to recharge your battery? How are you going to recharge your battery? How are you going to hit the mark, your goals, your dreams? It is now starting the end of the third quarter of the year, right? The fourth quarter will be here very shortly in a couple of weeks. So are you ready to hit the ball and run as fast as you can to first, second, third, or fourth base? Third base or home plate. Are you ready to make that mad dash to the end? Are you ready to make changes that seem to be hard, and they only seem hard because you feel like you don't have a precedent to look up to? You don't feel as though you have someone that has done the exact same thing that you've done. There's plenty of people that have done it. They may not advertise it, especially where you're getting your information from. Are you only getting it from social media? Are you really out there talking to individuals that have completed what you've done? Or are you only in a space where people are just like you? Are you out, are you within your comfort zone? Are you in a space that you're not growing? So this whole message today is all about getting a break, taking a vacation, seeing something else a part of, experience another part of life, putting yourself in places where you can grow. I have had a lot of challenges this year, as many of you have. And within those challenges, I've been able to grow a lot. And I realized how much of a break I needed for myself. I really love doing this podcast. I really do. I really love talking to each and every one of you. I love the feedback that I get. I love how, you have grown this channel tremendously. I love how we've rose up on the charts. I love the fact that we are in a position to grow consistently and constantly. I love that. And I hope you love it too, because you are a part of that. You're the one that's helping make this happen. But sometimes we all need to take a step back and think about it for a second. Are we really doing what we need to do to grow? Are we doing what we really need to do to mature, to touch the other lives that we should be touching? So I want y'all to know that That Will Never Work podcast, it is growing. And we are touching a lot of people. So I thank each and every one of you. Thank you for being patient with me and my family as we took a vacation. Like I said, everyone needed one. They really did. And you do also. Thank you very much for listening today. And I hope that you enjoy your time. We are back.
Loved what you've heard on this week's episode? Well, the answer is simple. It would mean the world to us if you could head over to iTunes and leave us a 5-star review and feedback. Spreading the word really is the best way to grow our podcast and achieve even greater things. Thank you.
Judy was boring.
Hello.
Then Judy discovered ChumbaCasino.com.
It's my little escape.
Now Judy's the life of the party.
Oh, baby, mama's bringing home the bacon.
Whoa, take it easy, Judy. The Chumba life is for everybody. So go to ChumbaCasino.com and play over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Judy was boring.
Hello.
Then Judy discovered ChumbaCasino.com.
It's my little escape.
Now Judy's the life of the party.
Oh, baby, mama's bringing home the bacon.
Whoa, take it easy, Judy. The Chumba life is for everybody. So go to ChumbaCasino.com and play over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.